The biggest change in this season is actually the Profound Talent Constellation, which we have some interesting talents here. For example, if no legendary or above compass are inserted, it's considered that no compass has been inserted. So, what can we do with this? This is really strong. So if you don't use any legendary compass, it counts as you have no compass used at all. So why is this important? Because we could get this note on top. It says, if you didn't use any compass when starting the stage, there's a 25% chance for 4 additional bosses to appear in the stage. So that's pretty huge, and since we are picking this one, you can still use up to purple 4 compasses. So this could be a low FE strat to still make good money early on. No high investment, just purple compasses, and together with this boss talent. So, what else are you going to do with this combination? So there's one thing, which is beacon. You could beacon farm. Not deep space beacon, but normal beacons. Because T8 beacons are also really expensive early in the league. They are like 3 to 4 FE each, at least, like it was this season was like that. So you can get 50 to 100 FE, maybe even in one map, just from the beacons. So it will overall be really good, because let's look into the nodes. So we have this node here, which changed. There's a 3% chance of one group of Queen's Disciple to appear in the stage. They have a chance to drop beacons. I don't know how many they will drop, but it looks fine. So the important ones are actually here. So when you kill a boss, it has a 0.3% chance to become beacons, the Netherrealm Resonance which drops from the boss. Okay, keep this in mind. Then you have a 3% chance to drop one additional beacon when you kill a boss. So if you go to this commodity node and you're spec'd into these, you have a 5% chance to drop 40 additional Netherrealm Resonances. Or you have like 20 here. So even these have a chance to drop like 5 more. This is 20 more 5, 5, 5, and this is 40. So just imagine now the combination you can do. You can get those boss talent nodes and then spawn more bosses on your map. I know 0.3 is not a lot, but imagine that you proc those with the 40 proc. So you could possibly get like 40 beacons from one boss. But that's not all, right? You still get some here. At the same time, you could have the Ember Pet. Bosses defeated, 60% chance to drop 1 to 3 additional random embers. Combine it with this, and we are still not finished yet. Then we can go to Goddess of Hunting Constellation, and let's look at the Goddess of Hunting tree. So there's a 4% chance for bosses affected by Goddess of Hunting to be replicated. So this does not affect those other bosses you're spawning, but still, in the end, it adds more bosses to your map. And those have a 7% chance to spawn another boss. So you can get 2 bosses spawning with a 80% chance with those nodes. Or 81, something like that. And those have a 7% chance to spawn another boss. So, on top of this, there's another thing, which is compasses. So, there is a new compass in the game, which maybe some of you already noticed. It is this one, Boss Compass. 100% chance for 2 additional random bosses to appear in the stage. This is really good if you are going for a boss kill strat. So another 2 from here. You get 2 from the Goddess of Hunting at least. Then there is another change for the compasses, which is here, the General Hunting Compass, which adds another boss to Goddess of Hunting. Right, so you remember that we like the bosses we kill have a 7% chance to spawn another boss. So we had already 2 from this tree spawning, and if you add this compass, another one even adds. So you can have up to 3, and those 3 each have a 7% chance to spawn even another boss. So the thing with this compass is, this was previously legendary. Now it's an epic one. Everything is the same. The only difference is that this one is epic, which again lines up perfectly with the new talent constellation, which was giving us more bosses if we are not using any compass, right? This one. And for this one to be active again, we need to pick this. And this says you can only use compasses up to purple. You cannot use any legendary. So since this is changed to purple, you can basically make a new compass, like a new strat with these compasses. Like this compass, the boss compass, and you could still have like 1 compass for beacons, or even 2, which are just purple, and just go for boss beacon farming. That's just one way to do it. At the same time, you will be getting a lot of commodities, guys. Because why? As you can see, bosses dropped, the embers dropped have a chance to be replicated. Bosses have a 40% chance to drop additional embers. This one got also changed a bit. I'm going to explain that. If we go into commodities, so as you can see, embers dropped have a 2% chance to be replicated. They reduced the numbers because now embers can drop in stacks of 20 or 50. So they had to balance this out. So you can see bosses have a 10% chance to drop 1 additional ember. That 1 additional drop is not just 1 ember, it can also be a stack of 5, 10 or 20. So together with this, you are farming insane amounts of embers. A lot of Netherrealm resonances, a lot, like it's actually insane. So on top of that, there is a new node in the commodity talents, which is this one. There's 2% chance for another boss to spawn. So that's like 6%. That's 11, so that's 17, 19, 21, 23. 23% chance for another boss to spawn. And if you take this one, it says if the base FX quantity is 6 or above, then you have a 50% chance for 2 additional random bosses to appear on the stage. But keep in mind that this one gives you minus 100 drop quantity and minus 50 additional damage taken by bosses. So I would probably not take that one, even like this one is minus 50 additional damage taken. So you have to test this out if your damage is still enough, if you pick it or not. If your damage is still enough, then just pick it. And if the bosses die too slow, I think it's not worth it. And about this drop quantity, I'm not sure. This could still work, but I think we have to think more about it. So this system, like all these boss nodes and stuff, could also be combined with like some legendary drops that bosses drop, have a higher chance to drop legendaries or something like that. So you can use this boss strat even for compasses. I think there is a strat which maybe drops more compasses from the bosses. Also at the same time, they buffed this tree again from hunting. So these ones have now a higher chance. So this is 7% now. Before it was only a 3% chance for the chest to spawn. And now it's 7. And this one is 4% chance. Before it was 3. So as you can see, the boss kill synergy is really big. You can have up to 10 bosses if you're lucky in one map. So let's spice this up a bit, okay? What else can we do with so many bosses? Arcana. 20% chance to generate one additional tarot trial when defeating a boss in another realm, yeah? And defeating another realm boss. So this is insane. With those bosses, you can basically just kill bosses and add Arcana onto it. I can see like a start tree with like Beacon plus Arcana plus hunting and some commodities. So that's probably not possible at the beginning. You don't have so many points, but later on, that's definitely an option. And if not, you could just leave the Arcana out, or maybe leave the Beacon out. I still have to test it and see how it feels. How often do we get these drops? Oh, also on top of that, you can see if no compasses are placed, magic monsters have a 0.2% chance to drop one additional beacon. And since we are not consuming any compasses because of the talent, also this one gets activated. So overall, this combination with all these boss nodes and stuff looks really interesting. And I think this will open up quite a bit of new farming strats, at least for the beginning. And probably also in the late game, but with some other strats rather than doing beacon farm. Yeah, this is the first thing that came in my mind. If you have any other ideas of what combination we could add to this bossing setup I just showed you, just leave a comment in the sections, and yeah, see you on the next one.